welcome to Hive Minds. You're buzzing for this game, are you, Topper? That's what we love to hear. Welcome. It's Ash the Bee. Is it Ash the Bee? Okay, apparently that's the thing we're going with tonight. It is Ash the Bee. We're going with all the bee puns. Did half go with the idea of having the word pollen in the scramble grid, but I thought that probably a bit too much on the nose for one particular person. But welcome on in and good evening to you all. I hope you're all doing well this evening. Actually, B. Oh my God, yeah, you can almost do that kind of pun, can't you? It's a buzz in here. You're buzzing for this game. It's just all the stuff going on. It's a shame there's no winning lines this month because it's such a perfect number of months for it. You say that, Shadowmane? Yeah, not this month, but maybe next month there will be some winning lines. It's coming soon, I will say that.
Well, I had a chance and I blew it. Well, let's try this again. Let's meet out 49er, Shadowma. Oh wait, thank you for the 49-month resub. So yeah, it might appear in the next month or so, but we will see. I'm pretty certain it's coming up soon in the schedule because we haven't played it for a damn long time. I still need to fix the staging for it, in fact, because it's probably still very broken. But thank you for the 49-month resub there. Appreciate that, Shadowmane, and I hope you're doing very well this evening. And welcome to you all for, yes, a game of Hive Minds. We only had this once in the entirety of the front half of this season because people just didn't really want to write for it, it would seem. Though it seems there's been a bit of an uptick since. Thank you to Colo for this this spare pack that was written all the way back in September and now finally actually getting to use tonight. And we also have 2 more games of Hive Minds scheduled in the next few months. So we've got some. We're doing the big game.
Some.
After last week. This stings.
This stings. Thank you for the 100 bits there, JB. Well, we'll see if there's a sting in any of these puzzles here. Certainly no stingers. Do I have that button anywhere somewhere? Yeah, there it is.
Oh, it's a stinger.
There might be some tricksy words, but no stingers to speak of this evening. But thank you for the 100 bits, JB. And yes, thank you for Colo for this one. And yes, Hive Minds is scheduled in twice over the next few months, I believe. One is by Pop, and one will be written by Cetra later in the year, more towards late April, early May. I can't remember the exact dates, but we do indeed have this scheduled twice more since after this. So it's good to have some more Hive Minds action. Though I appreciate it is a very difficult game to write for, plus also. For the puzzle generation to actually work on my side of things as well, because that is a thing that happens with this game. I over engineer these games, you know, where it goes, I need to solve the generation of these puzzles, so that it makes it easier to write for, but then ends up becoming such a ball ache. Like when Dogfish wrote the hives last time round. For some reason, my algorithm just couldn't solve it. It just couldn't actually put all the words in the hive, though Dogfish had demonstrated it was entirely possible. Actually did the manual work. So I went, right, we'll just use the manual work then and just load that into it, because Dogfish has gone to the effort of proving that the puzzle works, and the generation just couldn't do it. Just couldn't handle it. I didn't have to do any of that tonight. Thankfully, all of the puzzles could be generated by the system itself, and we are looking at some really good final hives as well. We're looking at almost a 200% score on the final hive, which is really impressive to see. What that means to you folks is absolutely nothing, but to me that means a lot. 100% means we use all of the hive essentially, and more than that means we're using more than all of the hive, as in we're using the hive cells more than once each in a sense. So 200% means we're actually using the hive cells twice each, or to that equivalency, that kind of thing. So yeah, it will be an interesting puzzle, interesting hive at the end of this game from Colo. Thank you, Kurzov. Gift to get a community sub gift there over to Ape Minky. That's very generous of you, Kurzov. Appreciate that. And Ape, enjoy the free month. Right. We'll get this game underway. There is no room codes to enter in this game because when I originally designed this was going to be sort of a warm-up game, but it has ended up becoming a sort of a prime time game, I guess is the way to describe it. So yes, anytime entry, you just literally answer with a whisper to QuizBot 3000 for each particular part of the game, and away you go. It is as simple as that. So let me get this underway, because it is still sort of an half-automated game, this. So round number 1, moving straight in on to the beginning of the game, is the singles round. So we're going to populate the hive with a load of letters. That's the main part of the game. And you'll see a prompt at the top of this screen, and also it will appear in Twitch chat. You need to find the answer in the hive that matches the prompt that we are asking for exactly. If you can do that in the quickest time, you get yourself the maximum number of points, but those points will tick down as more time is required. But we will also remove some letters from the hive over that time, just to make it a little bit easier for you to try and find the target word we are looking for. You can only give me one answer in each case, and you'll see your hex sort of glow and do a little ping once we have received a message from you. You'll need to be whispering to QuizBot 3000 as usual. And remember that letters can connect along any common edge and can even go backwards. Can't go on a hexagonal diagonal, if that makes sense, but any common edge will be accepted and can go backwards. Can't use the same cell twice in the same word, though. And I will also give you a little hint, though I don't think we're using it right now. Later down the lines, there may be an answer which is actually 2 words stitched together without the space in the middle, and you would need to submit it as if it was just one long string without the space in it. I think there's only one case of that later in the pack, but it should hopefully be obvious when we get there that is what we're looking for. In all of the cases, they are just single word answers that we're looking for. Yes, they sneak around through Fernando. They don't always go in the same direction for each one, so you can go to the right, then up to the right, then backwards, or go to the left and then up to the right again. There's all sort of sneaking around. Yes, as Shape says, can change multiple times like you would do in Boggle scoring, though I think Boggle does diagonals, whereas this doesn't do diagonals in the strict sense. It is only along common edges, but in hex world, so it's actually 6 directions that are accepted. You'll see what we mean when we get there. So let's get on with the first of our hives. I forgot that this one doesn't have space to do continue. I have to press the continue button itself. I also need to put some music on in Pretzel Land, so let me find something on the station side of things. We're going to put on some chill. We'll put some chill on in the background, I think. Something like that. And let's get this underway. So first of all, we're looking for one of Snow White's dwarves, who shares his name with one of Roger Hargreaves' Mr. Men. Reveal the hive. So we need one answer that matches the entire statement correctly. There may be some tricksy answers in there that you'll need to avoid, but only one word in this hive will match that statement exactly. And please whisper to QuizBot 3000, Suddy Cat. I'm going to take that music down slightly more. Or maybe I should just take it down in my ears. That's better. Last few seconds to get your answers in on this hive. No more letters being removed, so this is all the help we're getting. And the correct answer we're looking for there was Grumpy. Grumpy, the correct answer. You may have seen Sneeze, Lazy and Bashful in there. Unfortunately, those were trick answers. Grumpy was the one that we were looking for, which matches both a Snow White dwarf and also one of Roger Hargreaves' Mr. Men. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately this game doesn't do deletes of public messages. It just sort of assumes that you're going to be answering as a whisper, because it's not particularly a fast game, this, though I'm aware that obviously time does give you a bonus in a couple of these rounds. Right, hive number 2, let's load it up, and we're looking for an item of clothing named for a person but not for a general. Reveal the hive. An item of clothing that is named for a person, but not for a general. There's only one up here that will match that prompt. Maybe some trick answers to avoid. Ones that are items of clothing, but are named for a general. Those ones are to be avoided. That is the trick of hive minds. Is there may be secrets and tricks to avoid. As always, try and answer as quickly as you can. If you've got any suggestions, as always, go to Discord and we'll get those suggestions looked at. I know I need to add some proper music to this game. Possibly try and get to the Hive Minds music itself, but might be difficult to do. That's time. We were looking for leotard. That is the one that is an item of clothing, but not for a general is a leotard. The other answers that could have come up, Wellington, cardigan and bikini, all of those are named for generals, whereas a leotard is not. So well done if you gave me leotard as the answer. It just means the music vaguely later. I get what you're going for there, Score. Yeah, I'm just on the chill playlist on Pretzel this evening. So we'll see how it all goes. This one is a bit different, I would say, this music. Okay, next statement. We are looking for a US state capital that is also the largest city in that state. Reveal the hive. So US state capital that is also the largest of the cities that it is the state capital of. That's not always the case. We may have some other state capitals to avoid. Only one, which is the largest city of its state. Remember, you can wait a little longer to get a bit more help because it will remove some of the cells from the hive, but only up to this point, and then it's final guesses. Here we go. That is time. And the correct answer we're looking for there was Providence for Rhode Island. That is both the state capital and also the largest in Rhode Island. We were looking for there, Providence. Tricks that could have come up, Harrisburg, Madison and Olympia. Those are state capitals, but unfortunately not the largest city in their state, or alternatively they are the largest city in their state and not US state capitals. Both criteria. So we're kind of half going along the lines
Happy
of impossible
late 5
again, aren't
years
we?
of quiz night. Couldn't be here on Wednesday, sadly, but thanks a lot for allowing us to quiz and have fun.
Thank you very much for the 17-month resub, Kenda, and thank you very much for the well wishes for the 5 years of quiz night. I do appreciate that real life is a thing, and people can't always attend all of the streams. But thank you very much for the very kind words, and glad you could be here tonight. Do sit back and enjoy and play along with Hive Minds. You can join in at any time. Right, final one of this part of the round. We're looking for a surname of the winner. Sorry, we're looking for the surname of the winner of the Best Actress Oscar at the 69th Nice ceremony, and the 90th and the 93rd. Reveal the hive. Yes, all of those ceremonies. We're looking for the surname of the winner of the Best Actress Oscar at the 69th, 90th and 93rd ceremonies. And I do have the films in question for this particular actress. We are looking for just the surname. If you are trying to figure out the full name, we are looking for just the surname. I mean, it says it in the question, but I just wanted to make it plainly obvious because I did say earlier that we might be having a first and last name can join into one answer. The answer before there was McDormand. Only 4 players finding it. Yes, Francis McDormand for Fargo 96, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri 17, Nomadland 20. Those were looking for there. Tricks that could have appeared, Hepburn, Streep and Stallone were wrong answers to avoid. McDormand was the one that we were looking for. as we go into... This is chill? Beethoven Piano Sonata is chill, apparently, according to Pretzel. Let's just move on to something else entirely. Thank you very much. I guess this is chill. I'm not entirely certain. Anyway, we've got another part of the round, but the leader at the moment is Mr. Topper One Gaming with a score of 12. Very well done, Topper. Let's see if you can keep a hold of that lead. Moving on to the part of round 1, which is called the doubles. So we make it slightly harder because now you need to give me a pair of answers that go together. Now, you can either submit them as individual messages for each part, as it were, or you can send as one message with each word separated by a space or with a comma. So if you wanted to go with the answers of quiz and night, you can either say quiz, night, like that, or you can do that, or you can do that. In either case, we want 2 answers from you, which make the pair that we are looking for. Again, be careful because there may be unpaired answers that can't possibly pair up with anything else, and those are to be avoided. There's only one valid pair that matches the correct prompt that we're looking for. Just be aware of that. Thank you for the bad example there, Topper. So yeah, we're looking for a pair of answers that match the criteria. Avoid. They can appear in. Yeah, you can put them in any order as well. So you could also submit as night quiz, and that would be absolutely fine because they are a pair of answers that still match together. So yeah, don't worry about submitting them in the order the statement's asking for. Just give me the 2 answers that pair up to ask for what we are looking for. All right. Here we go. Let's go to your first statement in this round. We're looking for the regnal name of the first King of Scots and also the most recent King of Scots. Reveal the hive. So 2 answers, which are a pair of answers that are the regnal name of the first King of Scots and the most recent King of Scots. As Carlo says, he just discovered that it's properly called King of Scots rather than King of Scotland. So there you go. Yeah, the official name is King of Scots. Don't need to worry about the regnal number, just the regnal name. And you can submit 2 answers for this particular hive. Last few seconds, get an answer in. That's time now. The answer we're looking for. The first was Kenneth, only 3 getting that. And the most recent is Charles. King Charles III is also King of Scots. So those are the answers we're looking for there, Kenneth and Charles. Tricks that could have appeared to avoid were James, Alistair and Innes. Those were trick answers to avoid. Those are not the regnal names of the first king and most recent King of Scots, I'm afraid. Okay, now you've got an idea of how this works. Let's move on to another one. Looking for the eastern and western terminuses, or termini, is entirely up to you how you want to do the plural of that, of the longest railway line in the world. Reveal the hive. So the most easterly and most westerly terminuses of the longest railway line in the world. What are they? Oh, Ape. I think you're going to be disappointed with your second answer, I think. You're going to be quite disappointed with what's going to come up. Same with Solar Espion and Clive. I think you're going to be disappointed. Because you're on the right lines, but there is more to the name, I'm afraid. That's time. The answer we're looking for were Moscow and Vladivostok. Vostok on its own was not enough, I'm afraid. You did need Vladivostok for it to be accepted as a correct answer. You got points! That's what we like to hear, Matt. You got points. Yes, Moscow and Vladivostok, which was of the Trans-Siberian Railway, which is 9,289 kilometres long. That is quite a long railway. Trick answers to avoid were Sydney, Beijing and Cairo. I mean, how you would connect those three together onto a railway line would be a challenge, must be said. But they were trick answers to avoid. Moscow and Vladivostok were the two that we are looking for there. Okay, moving on to another question, and we are looking for the two largest moons of one of the planets in the solar system. Reveal the hive. So you may see some largest moons, but we are looking for the two of the same planet. Just bear that in mind. They do need to pair up to the same planet. This one is a particularly tricksy one, I think, but we'll see how it all plays out. Last few seconds to get an answer in. Might as well punt. I mean, I keep forgetting them shapes as well. The answer we're looking for were Oberon, only three getting that, and Titania, everybody missing that because, of course, there is a double trick there. Titan, without the IA on the end, is the largest moon of Saturn, but we did not have another moon of Saturn up there, so it was not correct, I'm afraid. We had also Ganymede, which is the largest moon of Jupiter, but no other Jupiter moons up here. And we had Deimos, which is of Mars, but we did not have Phobos, which is the other one of Mars. So again, could not pair up. The only one that can pair up as the two largest of one particular planet were Oberon and Titania. That was what we were looking for there. Very, very tricksy one to get, but well done if you got that. I think it was only the four that got the Oberon, and everyone missed the Titania, unfortunately. And yes, avoid 8 Minky saying, I knew to avoid Titan. You saw through that part of the puzzle, but unfortunately didn't see the other part. Okay, one final one in this round. We're looking for two countries from the same continent that sent teams to both the Rugby World Cup 2023 and the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Reveal the hive. Sports ball is the question here. We're looking for two countries from the same continent. So again, there may be some countries up here that did meet both the Rugby World Cup 2023 and 2022 FIFA World Cup, but are not from the same continent as others, in which case they do not pair up. What was that saying, Espion? Sorry. IO was on there. Again, you got to be careful because IO wouldn't have paired up with anything. IO was actually as part of Hyperion, in fact. Again, another double trick in that one. Last few seconds to get an answer in. And time there. Correct answer we're looking for was Uruguay and Argentina. They were both on the same continent and both have sent teams to the Rugby World Cup 2023 and the 2022 FIFA World Cup. The ones to avoid there were Wales, Brazil and Canada. Obviously with Wales and Canada, they're on two different continents entirely. Brazil, unfortunately, they didn't. I don't believe they submitted to the Rugby World Cup. They certainly to the FIFA World Cup, but not the Rugby World Cup. You didn't get credit for Uruguay, did you not? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at your answer set there. You spelt Uruguay. That should have been accepted. Interesting. That looks like there should have been an accepted answer to Chris. I don't know why it didn't. Huh. Interesting. And Fluffy saying didn't get Argentina. Strange. Huh. Is that bug still kicking around? Because I know there was one time we had a problem where stacking the answers didn't count it, but I thought I fixed that. Okay. That might still be lurking around then, so you may have to send them as separate answers from this point onwards, just in case. But I thought I had quashed that bug. Apparently not. Okay. Could someone put that in Discord to remind myself to check the answer matching logic on that, because I'm pretty certain I did do that, but clearly not. So yeah, from this point onwards, send them as separate messages. The spacing is not to be trusted. So yeah, one answer or one word per message from this point onwards, and hopefully it will be all fine. Happened earlier as well as an earlier one. Okay, that's fine, Fluffy. In which case, yes, send them as separate messages from now on. The spacing is a traitor. Very much score. Anyway, at the end of round number 1, who's in the lead? It's a tie between Shapes and Topper on 23. Topper still holding on to that lead. How long will it last, though? Moving on into round number 2, which is the triples round. We are going to add some more correct words to each of these hives. There will be 3 answers to find. Again, send them as separate messages from this point onwards for each word. Ignore what it says on the screen. That's what it's supposed to do, but unfortunately there seems to be a bug. But yes, you're looking for 3 answers to find, but we are not removing any letters from the hive this time. But we are giving you a bit more time on the clock, and you just need to find the answers. No bonus for getting them fast, just find 3 answers and you get the most points in this round. That's all you need to do. Alright, find the 3 correct answers that we're looking for and avoid any tricks that we might have dotted around in these hives. The first one we're looking for here, we're looking for alloys of copper. There will be 3 alloys of copper in this here hive. Let's reveal it. And away we go. You get 2 points for each that you can find. And as I say, there's no bonus for speed, but we're also not removing any cells from the hive this time round. And you can submit me up to 3 answers. Got 2 Z's right next to each other. That's very interesting. Oh, sorry, Z. No, I was right, because this is a UK game show. Z. It's a UK game show, this. I'm going with Z. I'm sticking with it. We're on the final phase. Last 10 seconds. You might as well give me an answer if you're not certain. That there is time. So the 3 alloys of copper we're looking for were brass, most of you finding that one. Bronze, a good number of you getting that. And gunmetal, only 3 finding the gunmetal there as an alloy of copper. Very well done if you found that one. Just 3 of you did. The tricks that could have appeared in the puzzle there were steel, aluminium, with the extra letters, and zinc. Those ones are not alloys of copper. Brass, of course, is copper and zinc. Bronze is copper and generally tin. And gunmetal is a specific type of bronze. It's steel then the other ones we've got steel is iron and carbon. Aluminium and zinc are not alloys. Okay. Was metal accepted for the third? You couldn't just say metal. You would need to say gunmetal as one entire phrase for it to work. Metal on its own is just that just sort of describes any old metal. Unfortunately, you need to say gunmetal specifically for that alloy. Okay, next hive, we're looking for winners of the Associated Press NFL Most Valuable Player Award, MVP Award, since 2010. Reveal the hive. The NFL MVP Award since 2010. Winners of. What are you? Oh, I'm just looking through some of these answers. Like, why are you answering like that? It's just like you haven't got a clue. I mean, you could just sort of, maybe come up with some plausible answers from the hive rather than just giving me random guess number 1 and random guess number 2. You can give me another random guess, by the way. You're allowed to give me 3 guesses. And again, we are looking for just surnames here rather than full names. In most cases, we are looking for just the surname. There will be one case where we're looking for both names. But in most cases, for this one exactly, we're looking for just surnames. The answers we're looking for were Brady, presumably Tom Brady, Rodgers as in Aaron Rodgers, and Mahomes as in Patrick Mahomes, or Mahomes, whatever, however you say it. I don't care. I don't really follow the NFL stuff. But those were the correct answers we're looking for. Ones to avoid that could have appeared in the Hive were Montana, Marino, and Favre, something along those lines. And again, I don't care. It's NFL. I don't follow it. It's hand egg. I generally watch the Super Bowl if I can stay up for it, but that's about it. Like fava beans. Okay, Favre. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Moving on to the third of our triples. We are looking for non-human characters in the first produced Star Wars film. Reveal the Hive. Had to add that one extra word in there, produced, because then there might have been a bit of a discrepancy as to how you determined what the first Star Wars film is. Are we talking about what is now canonically Episode 1, which is the first Star Wars film, or are we talking about the one that was first made, which is now in the series Episode 4? So I had to put the word produced in there to say we were looking for the first produced Star Wars film, whatever that one may be. So I think I may have spoiled it for you. Has it ever been established that any Star Wars characters are human? I mean, that is a fair call, Jack, I suppose. Because they do say, I don't know. I honestly, humanoid. Maybe humanoid would have been a better descriptor. Either way, timed out, and the answer we're looking for here were Chewbacca, most finding that, Greedo, only a few finding that, and 3PO. Only 2 players finding 3PO. That was the name for what most people will say a C3PO, but I believe in the original script and such, they were referred to as 3PO as that name. Ones to avoid were Binks, as in Jar Jar, the Rancor, and Ewok. Those were the ones to avoid there. You put Greedo and didn't get a mark, says Cart Quiz. Let me see what you did say. You did send it as a single message. Interesting. Now, I don't know. I don't know why you didn't get marked correct for that, because that looks correct to me. I don't see any extra characters or anything. Weird. They did do one answer per message, Colo. They have a single message for Chewbacca and another one for a different answer. So that should have come through right. I don't know why it didn't. Yeah, I can't describe why. It should have come through fine, but it didn't. One more to add to the questionable pile. Anyway, one more Hive in this round. We're looking for performers who have played Roxy Hart in screen or stage adaptations of Chicago. Reveal the Hive. Again, we're looking for surnames here. Looking for performers who have played Roxy Hart, either in screen or stage adaptations of Chicago. This music is certainly something. It's Lo-Fi Cafe. I half agree. I half agree on that sentiment there, Pretzel. If you haven't given an answer yet, you might as well give me an answer now. You can give me 3, remember? And even if you invent words, you never know, you might be right. And that there is time. The answers we're looking for were Zellweger, Rain King, only Clive finding that, and Henschel, nobody finding Henschel. So yeah, this one, Colo says, tough one maybe. Yeah, Renee Zellweger played Roxy in the 2002 film, Anne Reinking in the 1996 Broadway revival that Clive found, and Ruthie Henschel, who has played the role on Broadway and in the West End. That was the most difficult one to find. Other answers that could have appeared and that were tricks were Gia, Aniston, and Velma. Those are other answers that could have come up, but unfortunately not what we're looking for. Zellweger, Reinking, and Henschel were the three that were correct in that hive. At the end of round 2, let's have a look who's in the lead. We've got a change of lead. 8 Minky is now in the lead on 34 points. Topper is in second place, though, still in a good position on 31, with Chris Hannell on 30, I believe, is in third place. So very, very hotly contested at the top of the leaderboard. You're just keeping Topper's seat warm, says 8. Fair enough. Well, here is where it gets very, very interesting indeed, because we make the hives super large, and every single letter gets used exactly once. Yes, it is the super hive. You need to find the one perfect solution that uses every single letter of the hive. As a note, that is a total of 52 letters. This will be across a total of 7 words. Or in the case of this first hive, there may be a name that includes a first and last name stitched together to make one long word. I will give you that as a reminder this time round. Send them as individual messages. Ignore what it says on screen. Send them as individual messages for each word that you can find. But do note there is only one perfect solution that uses all of the letters exactly once. I would say to start with, try and find what you can, and then once you are sort of happy that they're stacking in a good way and they're not crossing over or doing weird things, then start submitting them and try and submit as many as you can. As I say, there should be 7 correct answers in each of these hives. And we have lots and lots of time for you to think as well. So, your first hive. We are looking for the sometime enemies of Batman. Sometimes they cross over and they're actually, they kind of help, but most times they are enemies of Batman. Let's reveal the hive. There is one perfect solution in this grid. 7 answers to find, one perfect solution. Reminder that one of these names is a concatenation of a first and last name. Though I think in some cases, they probably actually are described directly as that, as the concatenation without the space. And there's no bonus for any speed here, just try and find as many as you can. We're at halfway through. Yeah, there's a few people, I think, that have submitted one of these answers with a space in the middle between the first and last name. And I don't think it's going to accept that correctly, I'm afraid. But we'll see what happens. Last few seconds to get your final answers in. You might as well just plump for a guess if you can't think of anything. Even if it's not in the hive, just go for a guess. You might be right. The 7 that we were looking for were Joker, Catwoman, Penguin, Deadshot, only finding that. Harley Quinn was the combined name, the concatenated name. Man-Bat, and the Riddler, without the, just Riddler. So, well done on finding... Yes, Penguin. Yes, Tipster. How the heck did Tipster not find Penguin? Yes, there was Man-Bat, which is literally just Batman's name backwards. But yeah, Man-Bat was a correct answer. And yeah, Harley Quinn was the one where I think a lot of people submitted Harley Space Quinn, and unfortunately that didn't quite work out because the official answer is Harley Quinn all in one string, as I tried to make aware of multiple times. Unfortunately, clearly didn't make it more as apparent as I should have done. Anyway, I think that's the only case that's happening. Everything else, they should just be single words, so don't have to worry about that. Okay, I was pronouncing it like the Cumberbatch does, like the Batman. The Man-Butt. The Harlequin. Or Penguin. Moving on to Super Hive 2. We're looking for the names of screen detectives. These ones are just surnames only. I will give you that up front. We are just looking for the surnames of screen detectives. Reveal the Hive. Yeah, pretty much, Cart Quiz. We've gone from DC to just D. Again, one perfect solution for 7 correct answers. The names of screen detectives. Surnames, please. Thank you for placing some duper things. For HiveMind, check the chat parser. I shall do that. Thank you for the reminder, Chris. About halfway through the time here, as we now return back into the sort of classical world. Ballet number 1 in D minor. No, thank you. Let's go with something else, please. Okay, now we're going into Sims, apparently. That's an interesting answer you got there, Kenda. We'll see if it pays off for you. That is a hell of a name. Oh, it doesn't even have a name. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't even have an artist. Interesting. You have your letters remaining. Last few seconds. And that's time. The answer we're looking for were Clouseau, Inspector Clouseau, Columbo, Makepeace, Marple, Miss Marple, Luther, that was mentioned on Dween's game, I believe, Wallander, and Peralta. Only 4 finding Peralta at the end there. Well done, and that was our Super Hive at the end. Everyone knows this is known detective Andrew Lacatapom. Absolutely. 9-9. Ah, indeed. He got Peralta but missed 3 others. Couldn't make out that last word on the bottom. Well, that there is the end of the Super Hives. Let's have a look at the scores. Who's in the lead? It's still 8 on 45 with Topper on 42. And we've got Shapes in 3rd place now on 41. So still very hotly contested. Only difference by 3 points. So could easily change the lead in the final round. Yes, we only have one more round, folks. And we are filling the hives with lots of answers. And beware that answers can now overlap other answers in the hive. But we're only asking for one answer at a time. Just bear that in mind. We're only going to accept one answer each time. But each of these hives will have a total of 6 answers that we're looking for. Try and submit your answer as quickly as you can because there isn't much time to consider on each question. All right? Only one submission accepted each time we ask for a question, and hopefully you find them all. So let's reveal the hive for our first set of questions. And if you're all ready, the first question we're looking for the answer to is loose-fitting knickers. What matches that criteria? Loose-fitting knickers. And try and pay attention to the overall hive because we may need to go to another answer that you can possibly see. Might not be this answer right now, but it might be later down the lines. And yes, we do remove some letters just to make it a little easier to try and find the answer. Answer for that one there we're looking for were bloomers. Bloomers we're looking for there. Loose-fitting knickers, they are bloomers. Okay, let's bring the letters back. And your next question We're looking for plant prominent in a song in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Just one answer we're looking for this question, but there are other answers out there for future questions. Now, on the original show, this would be done on the buzzers, and only the one that buzzed in get to answer. Correct answer we're looking for here was bamboo. Bamboo, yes, me old bamboo, me old bamboo. You better never bother me, me old bamboo, if I try and say things properly. Bring the letters back in, and your next question, we're looking for literally to catch a seabird. Literally to catch a seabird. So yeah, we're possibly going a bit more cryptic crossword style here. Now, I can see certain answers coming in. It's not going to be good enough with just a 4-letter answer, I'm afraid. The correct answer we're looking for was a booby trap. A trap for boobies. Because seabirds, there are things called boobies. So we're looking for, literally, a booby trap. Trap on its own, unfortunately, not good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Finding the booby trap there. Very well done on finding the booby trap. Let's bring the letters back in. And your next question. Bibliophile. What's the bibliophile in this hive? That's time, I think, coming up. And we're looking for the bookworm. Bookworm there. Lots of players finding the bookworm. Very well done. Bring the letters back. Your next question. We're looking for dupe or hoodwink. Dupe or hoodwink. There is no theme, Mr. Vertigo. I have no idea what you're on about. See, people have been paying attention to the hive, Chris. Correct answer we're looking for there was bamboozle. To dupe or hoodwink is to bamboozle some person. Hey, that's my line. Okay, let's bring the letters back. And one final clue in this hive. It's a weapon named for a musical instrument. Yes, the old teletext quiz bamboozle as well. Looking for a weapon named for a musical instrument. Oh, come on. You're all disappointing me here. This is a brass instrument. You're disappointing me. The answer you're looking for here is a bazooka. A bazooka we're looking for there. We've got a total of 8 finding the bazooka there. Thank you, Chris. Possibly a difficult one to find, but yes, so we're looking for the bazooka there. Right, let's refresh the hive and bring some new letters in. So here's your new selection. Pay attention to this because we've got a brand new set of questions for this hive. Lots of S's over there. That's very weird. Okay, your first question. First statement we're looking for. Bird or beer? Bird or beer? That's what we're looking for. Bird or beer? Bazooka is definitely an instrument, Solar Espion. I've had it on a wipeout board in the past. It is a brass instrument. Not very commonly well known, must be said, but it is a brass instrument. Correct answer we're looking for there was Kingfisher. What are birds? Well, if they're not birds, then they're beers. Clearly, kingfisher we're looking for there. Very well done if you found that. Let's bring the letters back. And your next clue, Christmas socks. We're looking for Christmas socks. Thanks to your dad for that one. An enjoyer of both kingfisher and kingfisher. Last few seconds. And for this one, we're looking for stockings. We're looking for there. Well done that you got the pluralization, because we did have pluralization in the clue. Yes, Christmas socks are stockings. Let's bring the letters back. And your next clue is thumb up. Thumb up. Ooh, people struggling to see this one. Yeah, difficult one to find this. And the answer we're looking for here was hitchhiking. Hitchhiking there. Thankfully, we didn't have a situation where it could have been hitchhike, I don't believe. But yeah, hitchhiking for thumb up. You'd be hitchhiking if you do that symbol on the side of the road. It's finding that answer. Very well done if you did. Bring the letters back. 3 more clues on this hive, and then it's the end of the game. Next one we're looking for is generally going downhill. It's generally going downhill. I don't think that's in the hive here, Kurzov. I hope you are having a positive gradient though in your life though. Correct answer we're looking for here is skiing. Downhill skiing was what we're looking for there. Essentially, generally going downhill though. Of course, alpine skiing does go a bit up and down. But yes, skiing was what we're looking for there, and quite a few of you finding that one. Let's bring the letters back, and your next clue is really bent. Really bent. And follow what the clue is asking for. Really bent. I don't think anyone's actually found it. The answer we're looking for here is kinkiest. Not just kinky, we're looking for kinkiest. And even though JB had spoiled this on accident, no one actually got it exactly on the nose. I did see kinkiest come in, but it was just after time, I'm afraid. So
you summoned me?
Well, you summoned yourself there, JB, almost by half spoiling the answer, and yet it didn't matter anyway. Thank you for the 100 bits there. Let's bring the letters back. One final clue. Oh, you really are spoiling us. XXX.
XXX. After dark.
The hive after. We seem to have had a bit of a turn into the after dark here. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Kurzov. It's not going to be the same answer. It will be something different. And the answer we're looking for here is... they're just kisses. That's all they are. Kisses. X's and O's. Kisses and hugs. X's are just kisses. Don't know what you're on about out there, folks. But 8 of you able to find the correct answer. And yes, there were 3 of them, so it's plural, Kenda. Can't just say kiss. There were 3 of them, so it was kisses, plural of. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Sooty Cat. So the end of that Super Hive. Nope, the end of the Rapid Hive. Our winners are Ape and Shapes on 63 points apiece. Very well done indeed. It's a tie game. And I don't have any tiebreakers, I'm afraid. It's not like the show. But 63 points apiece. Very well done. In third place, then, if I look at my scores, we are looking at... I don't know. Who's it going to be? We've got Chris on 57. Then we're looking at Topper on 56. Then we've got... bit of a jump down there. 50, Clive and Tipster. 59. Oh, 59. Missed that one. Thank you very much for spotting that one. I missed that one. Yes, Fernando 59 should be in third place. Then it's Topper. Then it's Chris. Then it's Clive and Tipster on 50. This is why I should have an automatic leaderboard system that just tells me this stuff, but where's the fun in that? We are going to convert all of these point values into dukes by multiplying them by 300, and hopefully it's just going to automatically do that in a moment. I don't know if it will, but we'll see. I think it probably has just paid the dukes out. It hasn't said anything, but we'll say it has. Hopefully it has paid out. If it hasn't, then I have to figure out what to do. It has! Yay! Trust the system, Ashley. Trust the system. Very well done to Ape and Shapes.
You have won a log to stand on. Well done to you.
They've won a log to stand on. What is going on there? I mean, I heard that reference over on top of side of things. When was the last time you stood on a log? I can't remember the last time I stood on a log, but the last time I used a log, I probably would use a logarithm only a few weeks ago. But that's not the same as standing on a log. Maybe if I stood on a laptop while it was doing a logarithmic function, then maybe I was standing on a log. The last time I used a console log, today. But again, I didn't stand on said log. You were waiting for a logarithm joke to come out, were you, Matt? There. Well, there you go. Clearly, I'm very predictable. Very well done to Ape and Shapes there for the tied win on Hive Minds, and thank you to Colo for a wonderful pack of Hive Minds this evening. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're looking forward to more Hive Minds over the next few months. We've got 2 games currently scheduled, and there's space for potentially a third one if we can get more people wanting to write for it as well. But we will leave it for at least 2 games for now. Well, we've got another game to play tonight, and unfortunately I haven't had enough time to sort out the proper stacked packs of 1 vs 100 this evening, so we are still in legacy mode because I've been busy looking at Q&L venues over the past few days, and we'll probably still be looking at them over this weekend. That has been sort of the high priority, just trying to get through all of that and trying to find the best place for us, and then once I've done that, then I can focus on other things. So we've got, let's say, legacy mode still of 1 vs 100, so still old questions, but it should still be a load of fun. So I hope you're looking forward to it. The only thing you remember about logarithms in A-level maths was how funny we found the term the natural log. Yes, LN, the natural log. It's very lovely, that. I don't know how I would find that funny, the natural log, but naturally it's a log. I suppose. Naturally it's a log. Right. There's certainly not a joke in that at all. Right, I need to change the game capture mode. And also, music! Direct capture 1 vs 100, please. There we go. What's natural log equals the number 2? Music.
Looking at the screen right now, Ash getting games mixed up. I must be rubbing off on.
Yeah, I know. It's only taken you 5 years, Sportsy. Thank you for the 100 bits there. But yeah, maybe I'm mixing the games up, but either way, still, good music and good games.
Dutch music, Ash, that's all I got to say.
Absolutely, Puzzle Dan. And let's go into xylophone mode. LSYE if you'd like to play tonight's game of 1 vs 100. LSYE. Let's bring the game capture up. And I will need to head over to Discord because we may be having players joining in Discord land. So the thing with your additional suggestion there, Topper, is if I'm accepting multiple answers per line, that means I have to kind of do 2 passes. I kind of need to do a pass where it checks with spaced answers if it doesn't need the space in, but then do spaced elimination to then make sure it separates answers as well. It's going to be very weird, but I can work the logic through on that at least. It's just, yeah, it's an added complication to doing the correct processing of separate answers in the same line, but actually not in some cases. Is there an exclude option? It's just manually done solo. So if you get picked to be the one, then you can choose to just re-roll and we'll pick somebody else. But you can also just play in Twitch chat, even if you are the hot seat player. We can accept that as well. This is one of the older games where we just did things a bit more free-form because we didn't know what the sort of the established status quo should be as to how hot seat games work. And I kind of like the free-form nature of this. It allows us to play in multiple different ways. So yeah, if you get picked to be the hot seat player, you can still do that from Twitch chat, a bit like how I do with the Duke Drop. And you can choose to re-roll if you don't want to be in the hot seat as well. So that's all just sort of manually done as we see it happen, if it happens. So don't need to worry about excluding or anything in this game. And you can answer in public chat on this one, though of course answering to QuizBot 3000 makes certain that your answers are kept secret. And at some point, I should update this to use Hackbox, shouldn't I, folks? We should do that, really. Your pizza will arrive soon, Kurzov. Well, let's see who's going to get picked to be our first one this evening, because this one has anytime entry as we get on through the game. So I might as well get the game in the way and pick our first one. And let me change the layout to the one for 1 vs 100 Special Edition. That one there we go. We have got Kenda in for the first game of 1 vs 100 tonight. Kenda Light! You have been picked to be the first one this evening. You can, of course, join us over in Discord land, or you can just play in Twitch chat, though I can see your name already. So let me go to do that and make certain that is on so that I can share my screen in the Discord world. And then unmute that so I can hear Kenda when they arrive. And you can now join in with LSYE to play as the mob. If you've never played 1 vs 100 before, it is a very simple game. I give you a question. I give you 3 possible answers. One of those answers is correct. Answer with A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. Any of those will be accepted in Twitch chat and in Whisper to QuizBot 3000. Answer correctly, you stay in the game. Answer incorrectly, you're eliminated, though continue to answer because you still get dupes for correct answers and you still build up a streak. And also, answers you provide as a human player might influence how the AI answer, is all I will say as well. Okay, Kenda, good evening to you. How you doing?
Good evening. Fine.
Yeah, fine.
Once again on the spot.
Once again on the spot. Well, what do you prefer with the wordy questions in Hive Minds, or do you prefer the sort of the high pressure of being the hot seat player here in 1 vs 100?
I am so bad at the Hive. It's very cool. It's an amazing game, but I'm so bad at it because I have a shit amount of recognition on the words. So I'm very much happy to play on 1 vs 100, especially because it's one of the games that are actually European friendly, because there was a lot of adaptations in Europe on those games.
I know that Score wants me to do 71 at some point, so
yes.
You keep bothering me to like change 1 vs 100 to do 71. So that is on the list of potential changes to add a bit more variety to the longevity of this game. But there's a lot of other stuff. I've also been asked to do the season 1 rules of the US edition of 1 vs 100, which is the where it goes up a ladder of money for each successive question, not necessarily for every 10 you get eliminated. It's a different way of scoring things, but still ended up with a 1 million jackpot at the top. And then there's also British rules, which is sort of like Dutch, but also not quite like Dutch. There's so many variations out there. But anyway, we've only got 2 for you tonight here, Kenda. You've got the US Season 2 rules, or you've got the Dutch rules before they went all crazy with 1 versus 50.
I will add as well that the US first season is also the one we had in French before we had the new one, which is called the Pied Mur, which has a different version of the British. Please, let's go for the 1 versus 100. So NL, please.
You want to go for the Dutch edition?
Yes, Dutch.
Oh my goodness me. Well, we are going to be in here for a ride here, folks, because the thing with the Dutch edition, if you've never heard of Intake and Hunter, is that they are in for the long haul no matter what. There is no walk away. There is no bailout. You have to go until you eliminate every single mob member to take any money out. So I wish you the best of luck here, Kenda, and from Clive, you're getting a Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité. Vive la France,
Thank you,
etc.
guys.
Are you ready to play, Kenda?
Let's go.
All right. Wish you the best of luck, Mob. I hope you're ready. ABC 123 in public chat, or whispers. One of those will do. To answer in the time allotted. Good luck. It is 1 versus 100.
It is loud.
Oh, it's loud. Yes, you can change the volume of that if you want to, because of course the Dutch music is rather bombastic. So, first question will be on the category of food and drink, and normally you will get to choose the difficulty, whether you want an easier or harder question. Though, on the first question, we always start on the easy side, and then we give that control to you once you have sort of qualified yourself to play the game, if that makes sense.
At least passing the first, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You get over the first hurdle, then we give you a bit more control in the game. As a reminder, you can't escape on question number 1 because, of course, you have nothing at risk. You do actually have to answer the question. Okay, question number 1, easier side of food or drink. Here is the question. What are hash browns usually made from? Are they tomatoes, beef, or potatoes? Mob, answer now. A, B, or C. What are hash browns usually made from? Are they A, tomatoes or tomatoes, B, beef, or C, potatoes or potatoes? Let's pull the whole thing off. I'm pretty certain I made that same joke the last time this question came up. The mob is now locked in. Kenda, what are you thinking?
Unless I have a very weird imagination and there is a very big difference in terms of US, UK, France, etc. They're meant from potatoes, so I'll lock in C, please.
You said the keywords of lock in and a letter C. So that is what I will accept as your given answer. And everybody in chat say boing potato!
Yay!
Of course it is potatoes we're looking for there, though sometimes you can add onions into the mix, but the main ingredient is indeed potato. Everybody in the mob getting that right, so no progress being made
Thank
there.
you on that, wow.
Very interesting start, nothing in the bank, but we move on to your next question. Now this time you get to choose the difficulty, whether you want an easier or harder question, this time on technology. What would you like?
May I get a clarification on the rule before, because it might influence me. Since I've still had for 0 in the bank, I can't escape, can I?
Now, I think in the code that I've got, I went the simplistic route of the first question. But really, strictly speaking, it should be because you have 0. So I would say we're going to play on the rule of you can't escape because you still have 0 in the bank.
Yeah, I figured. Then I'm going to try to make people crash harder, please.
Gonna go harder. Okay, hard it is on technology. Here's your question. While snooping around on my computer, you find a file named 8apples.ttf. What type of file is this? Is it font, text, or sound file? Mob, lock in those answers now. While snooping around on my computer, seriously, don't do that, it's not a good idea, you'll find a file named 8apples.ttf. What type of file is this?
I didn't expect the ASMR.
Oh, sorry. Mob is locked in. What are you thinking here, Kenda?
I'm thinking you're taking too much time trying to find the font you need for Time Shock. Lock in A, please.
Lock in A, okay. Hey Ash, what's in this folder called? This folder has porn. Well, actually, it has nothing at all. It's a mirage. Going with a font. TTF, I believe, stands for True Type Font. Yes, indeed, it is a font we're looking for there. Of course, the Aples there are a reference to a deal question from, I believe, Season 3. Finally, some progress on the board. We say goodbye to some AI that don't know what a TTF is. And actually, quite a few humans not knowing what it is. Opsy, Fernando, Fluffy,
Nice
Puzzle Dan, Brian, Kurzov, Cartquiz, 8Minky, and Pyro not getting the answer right there and have been eliminated. But remember, even if you have been eliminated in the mob, you can continue to answer to build yourself up some dukes and also build up a streak and also influence how the AI answered. You answered one, did you, Fluffy? Unfortunately, this one is a built app. I can't actually go and peek to see what people have answered. I can only trust that the whispers have been delivered. Sometimes they don't. But I'm pretty certain I did have 1, 2, 3 added as an ability in this game. But apparently not. People are saying that it is only ABC. I thought I added 1, 2, 3. I mean, people got through on question number 1. If they answered 1, 2, 3 on question number 1, then clearly it worked. That's all I'm going to say on that front. That's all I'm going to say on that front. So I don't know what would have happened on the second bounce there, why it didn't accept it. Sometimes whispers do bounce. That's nothing I can do, I'm afraid. That is on Twitch's side, not my side. So yeah, not much I can say. Unfortunately, I can't debug
to Twitch.
Welcome to Twitch. More reason for me to update this to use Hackbox so that you can use a button that actually proves that you press a thing. For you though, Kenda, it's good news. You're up to 280,000 dukes because you eliminated 28 mob members. Each of those was worth 10,000, and that magic number is calculated by doing 1 million divided by the number of people left in the game. Dutch game is very complicated maths, but they just do the maths for you. It's nice and simple. What it means is 280,000 in the bank, which is a lot, but you don't get to walk away. You have to play until everybody is gone. And as you see now, the next mob member value is now 13,888, as we have reduced it by a total of 28. Okay. Your next category is arts and entertainment. You were like, easier or harder? Now that you've got escape as an option, you have now unlocked that.
I'll take easier on this one because I'm unsure of the category. Okay. And yeah, also that's why I like the Dutch rules because I feel like they're more fun for the US. But I know, opinion.
Hashtag opinions here. Let's go easier on arts and entertainment. Hello, my name is Elder Price. It's a starting line for one of the songs in which musical? Is it Gypsy, Jesus Christ Superstar, or the Book of Mormon? Mob, lock in those answers now. Hello, my name is Elder Price. Is a starting line for one of the songs in which musical? Is it Gypsy, Jesus Christ Superstar, or the Book of Mormon? Hello! Mob is locked in. Kenda, what are you thinking?
Yes, hi. Dodge.
You want to use
escape?
You want to use escape here?
Escape.
You don't know the answer here.
Oh no, I am completely blank on this one because first of all, bad at musical. Second of all, who is Elder Price?
Who is Elder Price? So confirm you want to use an escape.
Yes, I will escape, please.
Okay, so this one is a 25% escape, meaning you will lose 25% of your current bank. But
yes,
you're safe through the question no matter what. You won't get anything from any mob eliminations, though. Just out of curiosity, which of those answers would you have locked in, A, B, or C?
I'm guessing Elder Price would not be connected for Jesus Christ for whatever reason, so coin A, Gypsy.
A, Gypsy, okay. So you're saying probably not connected in any way to Jesus Christ. Well, sort of, in a way. Elder Price, the Elders, they are part of the religion sort of known as the Mormons. So this one, hello, my name is Elder Price, is from the Book of Mormon.
Yep. Didn't expect to go on this one.
Good escape, a very good escape. Keeps you in the game. And who gets eliminated? Mr. Vertigo, Yellowtail, and 5 AI get eliminated. You don't get anything for those eliminations, but you are still in control. That's what matters. You used a good escape. You made absolutely perfect use of that escape. You're down to 210,000 even, and you got 1 versus 65 remaining in the mob. So let's continue on. Each mob member eliminated here will be 15,384, and well, that's a hell of a category. That's mathematics.
I feel way safer in that category. Please push the harder.
You gotta go harder on mathematics, yes?
Yes, please.
All right, harder maths it is. The second row of Pascal's triangle is 1, 1. What is the second number in the 10th row? Is it 10, 9, or 1? Mob, locking your answers now. The second row of Pascal's triangle is 1, 1. What is the second number in the 10th row? 10, 9, or 1? Oh, we've got a Big John emote coming out here. Number 27. No, unfortunately, that's not the right answer here. Kenda, any thoughts here?
Right, so, yes, because the logic of the Pascal triangle is you always add the sets. So the number at the left will always be 1 no matter what. So you add 1 per row, including the first one. So at the end of the 10th row, then you will be on 10. And now I'm doubting myself, so I'll lock it in before I start to stress. Double A lock-in.
A lock-in, okay.
And now if I'm wrong, I'll be...
So yes, row 1 of Pascal's triangle is 1. Row 2 is 1, 1. Row 3 is 1, 2, 1. Row 4 is 1, 3, 6, 3, 1, I believe.
God. Oh god. First of all,
did you say a double as well? I didn't lock the double.
Well, first of all, but it doesn't matter because I counted the first row as row 0.
Yes. Unfortunately, this is another off by 1 error because it's very much a programmer thing. The 10th row is a 9 in the second position on the row. It always counts up by 1 in that second position of the row, but it is by 1 reduced. It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc., etc. for Pascal's triangle. So even if you did want to use a double, it wouldn't have worked out. I knew your fate because I know how Pascal's triangle works, unfortunately.
Yeah, but row 0, row 1, it's very much a programmer thing, this one.
So, hard luck there, Kenda. It would have been a decent payout on that particular question. You would have been down to 1 versus 39. 1, 3, 3, 1, then 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Yeah, I was trying to do it in my head and didn't quite work out right. But unfortunately, Kenda, it didn't work out for you, and you have been eliminated. Hard luck. How do you feel?
It was very fun, and yeah, I stressed myself too much about it, so you know, I expected to go out with films. I burned.
Well,
no, it's very fun, and good luck for everyone after me.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to take some money home from being in the mob instead, and being in the hot seat is a very stressful thing, really. But I hope you had fun, Kenda.
Yeah, it was very fun. Thank you very much.
That's good to hear. Thank you very much for playing, and we'll see you later. Oh, man. Unlucky there, Kenda. Almost got the right logic, but yeah, missed the off by 1. That's why we said the second row is 1, 1, because sometimes that's described as the first row because the first one is row 0 because of the way of how those second digits work in the row. Of course, the first row doesn't actually have a second digit. It's sort of undefined. It's there's a lot of mess, but that's why we described that row 2 as 1, 1 in that case. So a bit of an RTFQ, a bit of failing that comprehension. Either way, we've got 39 players still in that could be picked as our 1 because we did play on. We will be limiting to those that are still in the game. Tipster, Ohey, Brand New Halo, Matt, Silver Electron, Solar, Espion, Colo, Topper, Jake, and JB. is going to pick one of you to be the next one this evening. In theory, at least. We'll find out if the theory or practice works out. Who's going to be our next one? It's the Pope! You'd like to re-roll, would you like to, Colo? Just to confirm you want to re-roll? Up to you if you want to. Just want to confirm it. Black smoke. No new papacy this time round on Takeshi's Castle. Yep, reroll. Okay, fair enough, Colo. Thank you very much for being graceful there. And we will reroll. This is probably going to reroll literally everyone because I don't think the logic carries through. It's one of those really, really old, long-standing bugs, but we'll see what happens. But we'll reroll and see who is going to be picked this time round. Jake Paulson! Ah, they were in the list that was still surviving. I do remember that. Jake Paulson! You are the next one up this evening. Oh, they're already in the green room, so already eager to play the game. And that worked out. It did indeed work out, Puzzle Dan. I like it when that happens. I do like it when that happens, when everything just sort of comes together and you don't have to worry about it picking quote-unquote unfairly. It's not, I mean, it's not really much unfairness, but yeah. We'll wait for Jake to join us here in the live studio after Score has given the spiel, and we'll get this game underway. It is a very cute avatar, isn't it? Very well drawn. It's a lovely fox-like avatar, that. Welcome, Jake. How you doing?
I am doing pretty well, especially because I figured out the reason I have been cold all January is because my heater was off. So now
yeah, you don't want that, really, do you?
We're living in good conditions.
Having heat is definitely a good thing. I certainly found that out because I had for a while. Last month, my heater failed, and it got rather cold over the weekend, and finally got the boiler sorted, and then it was suddenly much nicer and warmer in here, though of course at the expense of me using gas, and I don't want to look at my energy bill right now because it's just going to be too much. But welcome on in, Jake, and I hope it's a nice warm environment for you. How do you think you're going to fare tonight on 1 vs 100?
I am used to being fairly mediocre at this, but I at least got through and won Deuce in the last one. So hopefully I can get through a couple questions. I am planning on playing the Dutch game.
Oh,
so as long as
you're playing Dutch.
Gets knocked out, then I can use escapes when I need them.
Oh, wow, we're going to get even more Dutch. Normally, it's US all the way, but apparently tonight we're going all Dutch. Oh, my goodness me, we're going all very European. Just to confirm, you want to play the Dutch game tonight, Jake?
That is correct.
All right, wish you the best of luck then. Are you ready to play?
Aye, aye.
All right, here we go. Dutch rules, 1 vs 100. And let's get a game of the way. And your first category tonight will be fashion. And of course, the first question, we always have to play it on the easier side, but once you have sort of qualified your game with a correct answer, then you will earn the right to choose the difficulty. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, first question, easier side of fashion. What world-famous fashion designer is such a Karen? Is it the one named Donatella, the one named Donna, or the one named Diane? Marble, lock in those answers now. What world-famous fashion designer is such a Karen? Is it the one named Donatella, the one named Donna, or the one named Diane? And the mob has locked in. Jake, any thoughts of this here?
I know next to nothing about fashion, but I believe I've heard the name Donna Karen before. So, for that reason, I'll go with B.
Lock in B?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that for you. Going with the inkling of Don and Karen, is that a correct answer? It is a correct answer. Making progress, hopefully. Are we going to get any mobs eliminated? Yes, we are. Kurzov's gone. JB's gone. Pozzodan Matt, Yellowtail's gone. Silver Electron Opsy, Solar Espion, Sooty Cat, Dooz, Pupside, Danny, and 23AI all getting that wrong. Well, goodness me, that was a nice starting question for you, Jake.
So much for it being an easy question.
Well, it's easier. I've never said it was easy. I only said it was easier because we keep getting tripped out by that. So, 34 members eliminated, each worth 10 grand, brings you up to 340,000 currently in your bank, and it's now 1 versus 66. But we are not done yet. You have to play until everybody is eliminated. So, still got 66 to go. Moving on to your question 2, and it's the return of mathematics so soon. Jake, you did survive the harder mathematics question last time when Kenda was in control. What do you want to do? Now you have control, would you like easier or harder?
I survived it once, so maybe twice. Let's go harder.
Let's go harder on mathematics. Here we go. The Pythagorean theorem is a specific instance of what other math formula which can find a side of any triangle given the other two sides and a specific trigonometric value? Is it the law of tangents, the law of cosines, or the law of sines? That question again, the Pythagorean theorem is a specific instance of what other math formula which can find a side of any triangle given the other two sides and a specific trigonometric value. Boy, howdy. Right, Jake, what are you thinking here?
Inkling? I'm not too confident in it. I think I would be feeling more comfortable if I was in the audience, but I would lean towards it being law of cosines. I'm not sure, though. I think it may be smart to just escape for now and keep myself in the game, because I'm not totally sure. So I'll play it safe, but B would be what I would think.
So you want to confirm you want to use an escape?
Yeah.
Okay. You are safe from elimination this time round, but you won't earn any of the mob elimination. I suspect there could be quite a bit of elimination in the mob here, because they might not know this, because I'm trying to think, was this ever done at GCSE level? I don't think so. I think this may have been at A level and higher, or maybe in physics as well, potentially, in my certain education anyway. What answer would you have locked in, Jake, out of curiosity?
My reaction was first, it's law of cosine, so I would have locked that in, and then panicked and been like, oh crap, it may be law of tangents, but we're going to lock in B.
Lock in B, okay. So this is what you would have answered. And of the answers up here, I probably would have agreed with you, though I don't know it as known as law of cosines. I know it as the cosine law. For some reason, I know the name backwards. So I would have gone with B as the cosine law, but is that the correct answer here? It is the correct answer. So you would have been right, and you could have earned some elimination money here, but instead, you're safe through. Let's see who got it wrong. Oh, goodness me, there are a lot getting this one wrong. Cart Quiz, Clive, Sonic Elwood, Sportsy, Brian, Mr. Vertigo, Not a Cat, and Jers, as well as 24 AI getting knocked out. That's an entire third of the mob. 33 mob members getting eliminated there. You don't earn anything from that, and we drop your bank by a quarter. You're down to 255,000 doots, but critically you are still in the game. And yeah, in just 2 questions we have lost 2/3 of the mob. It's down to just 1 versus 33 now. Jake, how are you feeling after just 2 questions?
We only have 33 left. I think I'm in a pretty good spot, but we shall see. We weed out the thin and we get to the thick. It gets harder the further you go up.
Absolutely. It's not done until the last lady sings, essentially. Let's continue on. Question number 3. It's going to be on history. Now, what would you like to do? Easier or harder on a history question?
I think I'm going to have to go easier, assuming it could be UK centric, and I am not a UK centric educated person. So I would probably be better suited going easier on this one.
Okay. I will say that the split of US versus UK people that attend my streams these days is kind of 50-50 almost.
Welcome to the 1% Club.
So, and we do try and, when we do write questions, we do try and balance it to be a more internationally focused kind of quiz. But sometimes we will get some UK-centric stuff in there. I don't know what the question is yet. We will find out once we reveal. So, going easy on history. The shield wall formation known as the testudo derived its name from which animal? Is the elephant, the tortoise, or the hedgehog? Marble lock those answers in now. The shield wall formation known as the testudo derived its name from which animal? The elephant, tortoise, or hedgehog? Well, thank you, Sportsy, for the 100 bits, who wishes me a welcome to the 1% Club. Yeah, not quite that, but I see where you're going, Sportsy. Right, what are you thinking, Jake?
My gut was one of the answers that ended up popping up before I saw any of the answers, because I associate testudo with terrapin, which would be a turtle or tortoise. So for that reason, I'm going to lock in B.
Okay, sounding pretty confident. Is this back from the the Roman era, I suppose? I'm almost as good as Lee Mack. I'm nowhere near as good on the quick jokes. I would have to turn to JB to do that kind of duty. But I can certainly present. That's all I can do. Tortoise? Tortoise is correct, yes. 33 still in the mob. Who got it wrong? 3 AI and a Prugs getting that one wrong, so down 4. We add another 121,000 to your bank, brings you up to 376,212 with 29 members still in the game. I didn't even mean to do that one, Prugs. I honestly didn't even mean to do that one. That one just happened, and I'm glad you picked up it. I don't think anybody else did. But I certainly didn't go for it myself. But I know where you're going. 1 versus 29, Jake. And you're in a good position. One more human down. A few more left to go. And your next question will be on electronics. Would you like an easier or harder question on electronics?
Let's try for a harder. I'll fancy myself on this one.
Ooh, okay. Well, we had harder on maths, so science adjacent. Now we're going to probably more science here. Electronics harder. Here's your question. Ooh. What was the first production car to break 400 kilometers per hour? Was it the Koenigsegg CCR, the SSC Ultimate Aero TT, or the Bugatti Veyron EB 16.4? Goodness me. That's not electric. What was the first production car to break 400 kilometers per hour? Was it the Koenigsegg CCR, the SSC Ultimate Aero TT, or the Bugatti Veyron EB 16.4? Yeah, I'm not entirely certain how that correlates to electronics, unless one of these is an electric car. Jake, what are you thinking here?
I'm thinking back to when I was playing Gran Turismo growing up, particularly GT4, I think. I remember this car being really fast, so I think I will risk it and lock it in instead of trying to play it safe, but I will go with C, a Bugatti Veyron.
Lock in C, yes?
Yes.
Darkwish says all these were around the same time in the 2000s. Can't remember which one was first. I seem to remember at least A and C appearing on Top Gear, with the Bugatti Veyron having a lap round a test track to break. I think that broke over 250 miles per hour, but I don't know what that is in kmh, I'm afraid. I can't do the conversion on that in my head. But was it the first production car to break that 400km/h barrier? It was. Very well done, Jake. You're in the game. Who got it wrong? Ape got it wrong. Brand New Halo. Tipster got it wrong. Flu Fernando got it wrong. And 7AI as well. A total of 11 getting that question wrong. Adds 379,000 to your bank. Brings you up to just over 750,000. And it's now 1 versus 18. We still have Shapes, Topper, Colo, and Kenda, and Pyropygmy, and O'Hey, I believe, it's still sitting pretty in the mob. Everybody else is an AI. Jake, how are you feeling right now at 1 versus 18?
I am glad that electronics question was really a car question in disguise, because that was suited for some of my tastes. So
yes,
that played out pretty well.
That worked.
That does mean we're probably not going to get more car questions, though. So
well, you may get car questions because the category that got removed was electronics, not cars. So you may still get cars and motorsports and that kind of thing appear. But we'll see what the RNG is going to deal you. Your next category is, very different indeed. Cartoons and anime is the next category in question. Would you like an easier or harder question on that?
I don't watch anime at all, so the fact that it's cartoons and anime scares me. So I think I'll go easier just to play it safe.
Gonna go easier. Yeah, we kind of have brought both of them into one big category. So yes, it might be an anime, might be cartoons. We'll see. Going easier, let's find out the question. Which cut of meat is also the name of Doug Funny's dog in the animated TV series Doug? Is it brisket, pork chop, or sirloin? Mob, lock those answers in now. Which cut of meat is also the name of Doug Funny's dog in the animated TV series Doug? Is it brisket, pork chop, or sirloin? God, I haven't seen Doug in a hot minute. Wow. And even when I haven't seen many episodes of that. Jake, do you remember Doug?
I was like 5 or 6 when Doug was popular. Not to underage myself too much, but I was quite young. But what I'm going through right now is the names that are in front of me. And I'm thinking, if I had a dog and I was playing fetch with it, I wouldn't be like, good boy, sirloin, or, oh, you're so cute, brisket. I think pork chop would be a more adorable name of the 3. So for that reason alone, I'm going to lock in pork chop, because it's just such a good name.
We're locking pork chop, yeah?
Yes.
Well, let's do that then. And I agree with you in the sort of the amiability of that name versus the other 2. Is the answer Doug's dog, is it called pork chop? It is called pork chop. Doing very well here. 1 versus 18, who's getting it wrong? Shapes is getting it wrong with 2 AI, a total of 3 getting knocked out.
Thank you for
the 100 bits there, Danny. Just 3 getting knocked out, but still adds another 166,000 to your bank. Brings it to 922,179, and it's now 1 versus 15 with only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 humans left standing. Topper, Colo, Kenda, Pyropygmy, and O'Hey still standing in front of you, as well as 10 AI. You're on a good game here, Jake. You still have 2 escapes. Remember, you still have that doubler. If you use that at the right time, it will double the amount of each mob member eliminated. And as you can see here, each mob member there got knocked out with 55,000 dukes. So some big payouts available if you use it at the right time. Let's continue on. And this is where we change the formula up slightly. Instead of categories, you get to see some answers, but only choose one of them to see the actual question to. So would you like the question behind 1 or the question behind 2?
Say 2 makes me think more of word games and Scrabble and the like, whereas 1 is geography related. I trust myself more with geography. So I would say let's go 1.
Question 1, let's have a look at that. The Eduskunta is the parliament of which country? Is it Sweden, Norway, or Finland? Mob, lock those answers in now. The Eduskunta is the parliament of which country? Sweden, Norway, or Finland? Hopper was very happy for you to select question 1. Is he still happy right now? Because I don't know if he was necessarily hoping for some political questions here. Jake, were you expecting political questions here?
Not necessarily, no. I also have no idea of this one. The most I can do is try to go the etymology route, and that would lean me towards Finland, maybe. But I don't know. I have to escape here.
You're using your second escape, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so that will halve your current bank, which is nearly $1 million, so you'll be down to less than $500,000. But you'll be safe no matter what. Now, out of those 3 answers available, Sweden, Norway, Finland, what would you have locked in?
It sounds more Eastern European to me, so I would go with Finland.
Gonna go with Finland, okay. So, let's find out. Was Finland the correct answer? Earlier on, you escaped an answer of law of cosines that was correct in your original estimation. This time you're guessing Finland. That was also right, Jake.
Wow.
So again, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you're safe. That's what matters. Who got it right, who got it wrong? Down to 9 members now. We've gotten rid of Topper, Pyropygmy, and Cola, with 3 AI also joining that. You don't get anything for those mobs members getting eliminated, but you're safe in the game. You're down to 461,089. You only have 1 escape left, which is the biggest one at 75% of your current bank. Remember, you still have your doubler, and we are down to just 9 mob members, of which only 2 of them are human. We still have Kenda, who was in the hot seat previously, and we have Ohei at podium number 27. Those are our only 2 humans left in the game. Everybody else is an AI. How are you feeling now, Jake?
I wish I had one of those escapes still. I have only 1 left. I feel like if I had 2, it would be a really good position. I mean, it's still a good position, only 9 left in an escape, and a doubler still.
Yes, but
and 461,000 dudes. I need to be the 1.
You have some fierce competition here with Ohei on 27 and Kenda on 75. They are throwing it down in chat right now, is what I love to see. 1 versus 9. Let's continue this game for you here, Jake. Your next category for 1 per mob elimination is popular culture. Remember, you only have 1 escape left, but you do have a doubler as well. So weigh those up. What do you want to do? Easier or harder on popular culture?
With only 9 left, even if I don't know it, I have to go harder, try to eliminate as many mob members as possible.
Go harder on popular culture.
Yes.
Okay, your question is... Claire Saffit, known for her viral YouTube series Gourmet Makes, in which she makes gourmet versions of popular snack foods, is a contributing editor for what food magazine? Is it Food and Wine, Food Network Magazine, or Bon Appetit? That question again. Claire Saffit, known for a viral YouTube series Gourmet Makes, in which she makes gourmet versions of popular snack foods, is a contributing editor for what food magazine? Now I'm thinking this possibly is now out of date. That's the only thing I'm going to say. I have a feeling this is now out of date. So at the time of writing, this is true, but I don't know if it's still accurate as of 2024. Jake, what are you thinking?
It's funny you say that because I don't watch this style of show anymore on YouTube, but 3 or 4 years ago, I don't remember Gourmet Makes specifically, but I remember that the Bon Appetit channel would have these kinds of YouTube videos where they would bring in celebrities and they would cook funny things together and fail miserably. I'm fairly feeling confident that at least Bon Appetit makes good YouTube videos, or did, before they had their whole, controversy and fallout and whatnot. So I have to lock in C, and I think I'm going to use the doubler.
You want to use the doubler?
Yeah, I'll use the doubler. Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 for each mob member you eliminate here. And confirm you want to lock in C.
That's correct.
Very brave decision. Not only to go for hard at such a late point of the game, but also to use a doubler here on an answer. As Ohei says, and I think this is why I said what I said, because I believe Claire was one of the contributors that left the particular party because of various controversies. You've gone for Bon Appetit. Is that the correct answer? Bon Appetit is the correct answer. Now, 9 standing. Only 1 got eliminated, and it was an AI. Unlucky on the doubler there. It could have been a bit more powerful, but still gets you 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And it brings you up to 683,311 with now 1 versus 8. So the only power you have left in this game now is 1 escape at 75% of your current bank. The rest of it is just you answering questions to survive against 2 humans and 6 AI. The game continues! With about as broad a category as you can get here, it is 1 versus 100. Which generally means they're going to be written
grab bag, anything.
Which means generally, when someone writes it as a 1 versus 100 question, it is written in a trap format. No guarantee that it's written in a trap format, but generally speaking, it is written in a trap style.
Stupid question. What is trap format?
So what we would say is kind of like, which of these things is the thing? The answers would be the thing that is the blah blah blah, the thing that is the blah blah blah, and the thing that is the blah blah blah, rather than saying specifically the answer. So it's kind of like it's got an extra level deep on the actual answers themselves.
Okay.
That's what a trap style question generally is in the format of 1 versus 100.
Okay, well, my strategy at this point. We gotta get rid of people, and I still have an escape, so we're going harder.
You want to go harder on 1 versus 100?
Yes.
Okay. Hard question on possibly a trap style question in 1 versus 100. Here it is. If you wanted to follow the Noble Eightfold Path to liberate yourself from Samsara, which right thing would actually be wrong to do? Is it right mindfulness, right view, or right morality? That's certainly a question. If you wanted to follow the Noble Eightfold Path to liberate yourself from Samsara, which right thing would actually be wrong to do? In the end, there wasn't really much of a trap, though. I don't know what to make of the question, honestly. Jake, what are you thinking here?
I don't have any idea what it's really referring to. It's a good thing I still have an escape left. That's what I'll tell you. Sure, if I'm thinking about like South Asian religious principles, right mindfulness and right view sound like things that would exist, and right morality doesn't as much, but that's not enough for me to lock in C. I have to use my escape again.
Confirming using your final escape.
Yes.
And there it goes. You're safe from elimination on this question, but the game could still continue if there is at least 1 mob member still standing at the end. Now, let's just again for fun, what answer would you have locked in here?
My luck, it's going to be this answer because it's been both of the other times I escaped. But yeah, my gut is saying C for whatever arbitrary reason that I'm making up in my head.
Let's see if you would have been right in saying C, right morality. Were you 3 for 3 on your escapes? You were 3 for 3, Jake. Now, who's in, who's out? Kenda is out, and 3 AI are out. But that's not enough. Half of the mob left in have gone. We are down with 4. Oh Hey is still standing, and 3 AI are still standing. AI number 2, 10, and 67 are still standing. We take 75% of your current bank. You are down to 170,827, and it is 1 versus 4. With each of these members now worth 250,000 doots to you. But you now have no saves, no helps. The pressure is on, but it's not 500 questions, I hope. It is 1 versus 4. As we move on to science and nature. Jake, what do you want to do here?
I mean, at this point, it's all or nothing, right? Go big or go home. That's what I would say. So let's try our harder. Let's see how it fares, and hopefully it works out.
You want to go hard on science and nature?
Yes.
I mean, I applaud the cojones to go hard at this point in the game. But as you say, possibly the only way to get people eliminated is to go hard. The question is, when you notice the colour of something, what are you really seeing? The colour that it refracts, the colour that it reflects, the colour that it absorbs. Mob lock-in answers now. When you notice the colour of something, what are you really seeing? Is it the colour that it refracts, the colour that it reflects, or the colour that it absorbs? And that is time. Jake, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I really wish I didn't constantly forget the difference between reflection and refraction, because it's one of those. It's the color that is repelled when everything else is pulled in is the color that you're seeing, because it's bouncing back at you, and so you're seeing that color. So I'm hoping that's reflects and not refract. That's what my gut is telling me. So we're going to lock in B.
You said the key word, lock in B. So the refraction of light is when it bends as it changes medium. Often when you go through like a triangular prism or something, when you see the spread of light, that is the refraction of light. Reflection of light is literally the bouncing of light from a surface from medium to another. And then the colour that it absorbs is, what colour of light gets absorbed. But is it right? Is B right? It is right. Oh hey? Is still in. We did knock an AI out though.
Well, good job, Ohei. But I really want you to lose at this point.
It's a proper battle of attrition here. 250,000 added to your bank brings you up to 420. Blaze it with an 827. 420,827. And it's 1 versus 3. AI number 2, AI number 67, and Ohei, at podium 27. Each of those is now worth 1/3 added to your bank. And you're still in the game. But so is Ohei. We continue on. Oh, we're really visiting all the hits tonight. The next category is Make Ash Say Things, where you make me say things. which generally means there's going to be a convoluted word or phrase for me to say. What do you like to do,
If I
Jake?
pick the harder, does that mean it'll be harder for you to say, and it'll be more
might
fun to hear you
be,
try
or
to
it might
say
just be a harder question. I can't say for certain, but
I'm going to hope for the former, because we're going to go for the harder.
You want to go hard on make Ash say things?
Yes.
Okay, let me get my teeth in. What's the question going to be, folks? Which of these is the name of a Swedish method of fitness and endurance training? Is it lichem? Is it fadlek? Or fatbar? Oh, that's why you wanted to make me say things. Which of these is the name of a Swedish method of fitness and endurance training? Is it lichem, fadlek, or fatbar? And I have no idea if I pronounced any of that correctly. Topper, we come to you. Jake, what are you thinking?
Confirm, there's no walking away in this game, right?
You have to answer. You have to get it right.
Okay. I don't know. But I didn't know the other three that I ended up getting right somehow. So maybe there's hope. For whatever reason, C is speaking to me here. I'm thinking because it has bar in it, which is an English word that could potentially be used in workouts. But that's all I had to go off of at this point. So I'm thinking it's going to be C.
Is that what you want to lock in?
I mean, I can't walk away, so I have to lock it in, right?
We're going to lock something in.
Yep, we're going to lock in C.
I do have a pronunciation guide here from top, and we've got Lukhem, Fartlek, and Fatbar. So actually, most of it is, as you see it, just the Y in what looks like lick is actually lock instead. Lukhem, sorry. But you've gone for the Fatbar. Ohei says, yeah, I know that fart is speed. Is that leading to the endurance training, or is it the fat bar? The correct answer is... it's the fartlek! And just like that, Jake, your run is over! Who survived? Ohei and the two AI still survived the question, which means they take the split of your money at that point. And that is the end of the game, Jake. Oh my god, what a game that was, but unfortunately not enough to seal the deal. Jake, how do you feel?
I mean, there's only so much I can do at that point, right? It's not like there was some sort of little knowledge thing that I knew and didn't pick up on in that question. So I did my best and I got a lot further than I expected. So I think it's good.
That was a phenomenal game there, Jake, and you played it all right all the way up until that final question where you just ran out of knowledge basically at the end there. You just played a bit too long because Ohei was just that strong in the mob and kept on playing and playing, and it would have been yet another question after that as well. But Jake, thank you very much for playing. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you later. Take care.
I wonder who that game's going to pick to play this next one. We'll see.
I wonder. Take care, Jake, and we'll see you soon.
You too.
Bye. Now, you say that, I wonder who it's going to be, but we're actually at the end of the stream, folks. What we will do, though, it's all we have time for. Exactly, David. What we will do, though, for next time round is, Ohei, if you are around next time we play 1 vs 100, we will get you in fast-tracked as the hot seat player of game number 1 the next time we play. You will have to remind me in that case, but mark my word right now, you have been given essentially the golden ticket to play first as a hot seat player next time round. Just prod me when that happens, and we'll get you in as the hot seat player to start the first game off next time we play. Clip this moment to remind him. I mean, you absolutely do that, or even put it in the suggestions channel to remind me, or even just shout it at me next time we play 1 vs 100. Remember Oh Hey? Oh yeah, I do remember Oh Hey. I'll send you multiple telegrams. Thank you very much, Topper. I will receive them on the Morse code tele. And yes, it's not a thing we always do, but given there was only one player left at the end and they had played such a phenomenal game, it only made sense that Ohei should be given that additional right. It's at my discretion because I'm the host of the stream anyway, but it felt just to be able to offer that option to Ohei given how well they've done in tonight's game. So that there brings us to a close on 1 vs 100 this evening. I hope you had a wonderful time tonight with 1 vs 100 and also with Hive Minds earlier on with Colo Colo's pack. What a wonderful game we've had tonight. Thank you to Matt gifting out a sub to Jake, and for Jake gifting out a sub to Oh Hey. All of the payback going on. That is what we love to see, and a very lovely community that is wishing all of these subscriptions on the arch enemies that you just had in the game there. But yes, really good gameplay there. And I hope you did all enjoy 1 vs 100. Next time, when is the next time that 1 vs 100 is coming up? I can actually have a look at my schedule. I need to put that out on Discord, but I can tell you that my next planned game of 1 vs 100 is due on the 9th of February. That is supposed to be the next one. So it's actually only 2 weeks from now. No, it can't be right. Hang on, that doesn't add up. That doesn't add up. That should be 3 weeks from now. 1, 2... No, 9th of February is 3 weeks from now. I can't count. Yeah, 3 weeks from now is the next time we play. Because I'm looking at the schedule thinking, there's more than 2 weeks worth of blocks in front of me. Yeah, 9th of February, 3 weeks from now, is when we're going to next play 1 vs 100. Okay, that's all sorted out now. Why the gap? What do you mean gap, Matt? Why the gap? I don't know what you mean. But anyway, Sheldon, hello, making some noise in my ear. 44 months, bringing in the big band. Oh my goodness me. Sheldon! While we have this funky music playing, I'm going to get myself ready for the wheel. Why they currently have the games lined up? Oh yes, that's true, we do. But they actually also do have a gap in the schedule on the 7th of February, where I actually have a dev or chill night actually set up on the schedule.
Double digits. Made it to the end of another stream, and excited I can be here for another year of this wonderful series.
That's what we love to hear. Thank you for the 44 months, the double 4 there from you, Sheldon. Thank you at tier 3 as well. Massive support. Thank you very much for that. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of the Wipeout boards that are coming from you and from a couple of the people in the Wipeout crew, the wondrous Wipeout writers crew that have set up for the next few editions of Wipeout. Thank you very much for that, Sheldon. Right. Also, there were like 12 questions in a row without an A. Just how it goes. It's how the RNG works sometimes. Right. Wheel spin time. We didn't actually do it last time, but I don't care. We'll just do the one spin tonight and see what happens. What we're going to do tonight. I mean, it could be in the grid again, depending on how the wheel is playing. The wheel has been very grid heavy. But tonight, we're doing a spin again. I forgot, I need to take Fall Guys off the wheel. I need to take Fall Guys off the wheel. I just have forgotten to do that, so we're going to do a respin. So skip! Maybe I can figure out if I can do Tipping Point as a very quick game rather than doing a full game of it. And maybe put that in the thing. 25k to the jackpot! Let's do another spin! So 225 the jackpot, let's do another spin! Let's just keep going. And go. Yeah, you see, we're making up for lost time now on the spin. This is our third spin. Mega spin. And we've got 50k marbles. There we go. We're going for a marble race tonight. So let me go to Steam. I need to open up Steam. What's the most consecutive wheel spins we've had? Too many, Cuckwiz. But we will do a wheel spin. Let me get over to Steam and sort that out. I also need to configure the game capture to use marbles once I've actually launched it. Let's get marbles on stream. Oh, there's an update. It shouldn't take long to update. It's ready. It's ready. And the game is now up. Hopefully we've got it capturing. Let's go over to that. And hopefully it should be capturing. Let's go to community maps. Do we have anything from Oni? No, we don't. Do we have anything from Matt? No, we don't. I mean, we haven't done marbles for a while, so I'm not surprised. We are in a new season, so it looks like it's going to be a thing, isn't it? It's going to be we pick something random. All right then, we pick something random. We're going to go for an irrational, splendid nothing. Sure. We hit the random button. We get a random track. And that is what we've got. Exclamation mark play if you want in on this here race. What have we got? I did nothing. Well done. Okay, the rest of the track looks kind of sensible, I will say. It looks like a fairly sensible track. Maybe not too much intrigue, but hey, we'll see what happens. We're on a 50k marble is what we landed on. 50k marble. Now I need to figure out who's playing and who's paying, not who's playing, who's paying. Need to do the random.org thing and just seeing someone's DM in Discord that they've pinned a message. Like, why have you pinned a message? Oh, that's why you pinned a message. Okay, cool. I don't need to worry about it. Let's bring that over here. In fact, I bring that over there. That's a better call. Put that over there. And what we usually do is we do, well, first finisher, last finisher, and a random position. That's what we've been doing recently. So first position, first finish, last finish, and we've got 29 races in. So let's do a 129 roll and 20th place. First finish, last finish, and 20th place. That is what we're going to be doing tonight for our finishers that will get 50,000 dukes apiece. Now, what music do we want to play? What music? Anybody got any suggestions for music? This is where it would make sense to have a channel in Discord for people to suggest music, and then I can just have that ready to go. Yeah. DuckTales Moon Remastered Speed over Beethoven. Speed over Beethoven. Oh. I mean, we did have some Beethoven earlier, but Speed over Beethoven is different. Is it going to be long enough for us? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be long enough, potentially. Psych 2 special stage. More of that chill Beethoven. No, we're not going to do chill Beethoven. DuckTales Mirror. Don't worry, Score, because I'm playing it on the track that doesn't actually end up in the final VOD, so it doesn't die. You only get to hear it live, and then it goes quiet in the final VOD. That's what it does. Oh yeah, I know, Score. Yeah. Sure, we'll go with the Speed over Beethoven. And that is the track we'll play tonight. Right, let's take off Vivaldi. We've just been having Vivaldi playing here. Thank you, Vivaldi. You're very, very nice of you. And let's get this race underway. Press the start button, Ashley. So, the positions that pay are first and last finishers and 20th place. 20th place, that's the key one. And let's go! Oh, God, where's the camera going? Oh, now I have to... What? Now I have to hold the left mouse button to change the camera angle? That's new. Why do they keep changing things? Why do they keep changing things? It's really irritating. Hang on. What? Why has that marble not got a name tag? Why are some of you not got name tags? What? Why does it keep... What? What is it doing? Now I've got all the name tags. What are you doing? No, it's not the record. It's Danny Gambit in the lead right now. And now I can move without clicking. What is going on with this? Why does it keep changing? God, marbles. Why are you just bad at keeping programming good? Like, all this new font is terrible. Anyway, good music. Danny's still in the lead. Only in second. Puzzle down and Tipster following. As we go up the staircase. And then slide on down. Hang on. Let me get some more volume on that music. There you go. Danny's still in the lead. Doesn't look like they're going to be giving it up. Though JB's having a bit of a burst of speed here. Mr. Vertigo in second. JB in third. Tipster and Shapes battling for fourth. Going around the S's. Oh, could be a bit interesting here. There are some gaps that you can fall. But we're all good. Danny's still in the lead. Mr. Vertigo, JB, Shapes and Tipster in the peloton. Sheldon's fallen off the track. Oh, Lowe's falling off the track there. We are reaching the end of the track. Last obstacle, slowing everybody down. It's anybody's race now. As we climb over, Danny or Mr. Vertigo? Who's going to take it? It's going to be Danny taking first place, with Mr. Vertigo taking second. Ape, you've fallen off the track somewhere. Unlucky. 50 seconds. Google, go away. I didn't say, hey, Google. Few more making their way through the track. We've got 40 seconds left. Oh, and these are our only two marbles left, I believe. Brian and David are going to be finishers. But in what position? Well, first of all, Danny Gambit. Congratulations to you. You get yourself 50,000 boots for first finish. Last finish was David. Very well done, David. David J getting 50,000 for the final finish. And 20th place is Ape Minky. Ape Minky getting 50,000 boots. Yeah, the random position doesn't matter if you finished or not. It's still a placed position. Ape takes 20th placed position and takes the final 50,000. Very well done, Ape. And that there, folks, was The Wheel, indeed. Thank you for the music suggestion there for Speed over Beethoven. And that there brings us to a close on tonight's proceedings. The rest of the week, what have we got for you in the world of quiz? Over on Ben's side of things, Royal_Flush, if I give him a shout out like that kind of thing there. Then over on Ben's side at 8 p.m. on Saturday night, you have got the following: Crossfire, The Abyss, and Danger Zone. Great quiz, that Danger Zone. That's happening over on on game night over on Royal_Flush. After that, around 1 in the morning in UK land, you've got Quarren Stream, the game show hosted by Lee Eck and crew. And then after that, you've got Wheel After Dark, the community edition, happening after Quarren Stream, the game show over on JB Henry XIV. JB Henry is going to be doing some Mass Effect tonight, I guess presumably as part of C365. JB's playing in game number 1 of the community night as well, so do tune in for that fun. And then after that, I'm back with you on Wednesday for the next edition of Quiz Night. Do we have anyone to raid in on the quiz category? Let's have a look. go to browse those categories. Quiz show. It is. It's not just me. Someone is doing. That quiz thing. I mean, it's in a different language. It's in Spanish. It's Evil Nesha. So we're going to say hi to a different language, and we're going to say raiding over to Evil Nesha. What would you like to say over to Evil Nesha? What raid message are we going to go for tonight? Yeah, more Spanish quiz hosts. Clearly, they like their quiz, but we will see. Say whatever you want. It's up to you. Enjoy the rest of your week. Try and stay as warm as you can, although it's actually going to get warmer over the weekend. It just get very wet and windy instead. Take care. Have a good one. And we'll see. I mean, you can go with Elder Price if you want. That's an option. And yeah, have a good rest of your week. I'll see you soon. I'll see you on next Wednesday for the next edition of Quiz Night. Take care. And good night. KNS Elder Price.